Yeah, you know what it is. Hot 97, of course, hot97.com and flexwetrust.com. I got my man Prodigy from Mob Deep on the phone. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, Flex, man?
I heard you on the book run in Connecticut right now.
Yeah, I just came from a speaking engagement, actually, at this college, UConn, you know?
Okay. I've had a chance to kind of review a couple things about the book, and I was so surprised you shared so much about your personal life and about your vibes and what you feel, man. I mean that's a hard thing to do, my brother.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of sharing in there, you know what I mean, with personal issues, you know, with my health and family and crew and everything, you know.
What was the hardest thing, if you had to say top 3 hardest things to share about yourself in the book, what would they be?
Probably mostly about the pain that I had to go through as a young kid with the sickle cell, and that was probably one of the hardest things to do, just to relive all of that stuff. It was kind of hard.
Now, when I know, of course, everyone knows recently you came out and you were in for a while, and was this always your plan to tell your life story or the things that you've been through before you got locked up?
Yeah, I actually started writing the book in 2004.
Okay.
And, we were doing a lot of touring, and we did the G-Unit deal, and, it slowed the process of me writing down. But then, after the touring and everything, I started picking back up again around 2006. Mm-hmm. And then, I caught the case, so I ended up finishing the book while I was in prison. Yeah.
Now, of course, Prodigy, you have stirred up so much. You've woken a lot of people up.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I mean, you have a couple things going on now, my brother. You have you've had Nori express some concern. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah.
How did you feel? I guess Nori feels you shared a couple things maybe that he wished you didn't share, and what's your take on it, my brother?
Well, number one, it's all real. You know what I mean? Everything that, is factual. It really happened. I'm sure that it's probably a couple of things that he probably, wished that didn't come to light or whatever. But this is a true story, and this is what really happened. And, I got love for Nori. Like, Nori's my man. Like, we do music together, like me and him. And we got a good bond, After all the, the little dramas that happened between our crews, me and Nori actually got together and put our differences aside, and we were thinking like businessmen, and we kept our relationship going. After things cooled down a little bit, we decided to, this music that we do is important, and this thing that we're doing is very important, so we need to stick together and make this happen. So that's what we did. And in no way, shape, or fashion or form am I disrespecting him in any way in the book, or anything like that. I wouldn't do that to him because I had that respect for him. So it's probably just, people are upset because, stories are coming out now that people never knew before. And probably certain people, didn't want that stuff being known because it might affect them a little bit, how people look at them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you something. Capone, I'm sure you've seen him online today. He's definitely not happy. He's definitely not in a good space. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? I know you know him, and he knows you. You guys, I'm assuming were friends, or still are friends. It's a weird situation, my brother. Talk to me how you feel about what Capone said today.
I feel that, he's probably upset because, the truth of the matter came out now, as far as what happened with Havoc's brother and the whole case thing. It's sad that it went down the way it went down. We didn't ask Pone to do that. We had nothing to do with his decision making. Like, his decision making is based upon, his decisions that's in his head, and really he has to take that up with himself at the end of the day. And it's the same thing with him. It's like, in no way, shape, or form was I trying to be disrespectful or to target him or ruin somebody's career. That wasn't my intentions at all. My intentions was just tell the story how it went down and how it is. And it just so happens to be that that's how it played out. And you know, it's sad that it happened like that because, you know, he was a friend of ours, you know what I mean, from the neighborhood, you know, in Queensbridge, where, you know, that whole hood accepted me. And, you know, Pone was one of those people, you know what I mean, that showed me love when I came in. So I had that same love for him. So when the situation went down, it saddened all of us. It saddened Havoc, and everybody in the team was just like, wow, like, you know what I mean? That's bad. Like, why did you do that? You know what I mean? And now, of course, we didn't want that to happen, but that's just how it happened. You know what I mean?
Now, when you say, because I think what I'm trying to understand now is, so is it that, I mean, are you saying Capone testified against Havoc's brother?
Yeah, that's what happened. You know what I mean? We were all there in the court. You know what I mean? It was over several witnesses. You know what I mean? Saw him do it. He walked up on the stand. He pointed him out. You know, it said the county clerk's office is all on paperwork, so I'm not making up a story trying to target somebody or trying to, it has nothing to do with him personally. It's just what happened with Havoc's brother. We're telling a story that's significant to our life. It's significant to my life and what was going on with me and my team at this time.
Now, has Norio Capone reached out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I reached out to Nori, as a matter of fact, when I heard some things going on the internet where, you know, some people were saying some things on Twitter or whatever. So I reached out to Nori, and I was like, yo, man, I was like, let me tell you something. You know, I speak highly of you in the book. Like, I got respect for you, you know, and, you know, I didn't disrespect you in any way in the book. Like, it's just all real what happened. And he was like, yo, no doubt, son. He was like, you know, you my man, son. Like, you know, a lot of people around me, you know, they upset. They don't understand our relationship, like that we have a bond, and it's nothing, like there's no drama between us. He was like, you know, but you know, the whole Pone situation, that has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? That's a different story. You know what I mean?
Has anyone,
so I was like, cool.
Has anyone else reached out to you after you dropped your book to talk to you or tell you what they think?
Not really, nah. Just you know, a lot of people from the hood. They calling me, a lot of people from Queensbridge calling me and like, yo, you stirring up a lot of stuff with this book, man. You know what I mean?
My man. This book's heavy out here, Prodigy. I mean, I think not heavy, not because there's names we know, man. I think it's heavy because you're just sharing things that you know, you share things about yourself that you didn't want to share, and you shared. You know, it's not like
exactly.
It's definitely rocking a hard place for you, my brother, because it's definitely you know, sharing things that maybe people didn't want to share. It's like, you know, it's a fine line to teeter, man. But I guess that's the definition of a great book, is when you have this much people talking about it, you know.
And another thing I just want to be clear about, you know what I mean, is you know, when I came home, I reached out to Nas. You know what I mean? That was one of the first people I wanted to reach out to.
And how'd that go?
And so I reached out to him. I got him on the phone, and we had a long conversation, like about putting our differences aside, because me and him really never had a personal beef between each other. It was always like a couple people in his crew and a couple people in my crew, and they just didn't get along, you know, with each other. And
gotcha.
So that's where it comes from. It wasn't nothing personal between me and him, exactly.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and we both knew this at the time, you know what I mean? It was just like real, like bravado type of stuff, you know what I mean? And, you know, just little cruel beefs. It was real petty, to tell you the truth. And, you know, I reached out to him, man, because I knew that was something that needed to happen, you know what I mean? And we needed to put this behind us, because it's real corny, to tell you the truth. So I just want people to know, like,
it's good energy,
you know,
it's a good vibe.
Yeah, we good right now. Like, we really working, and we got some surprises for people that we about to do that people don't have no idea what we about to do right now. Yeah, so that's what it is. And, like, you know, I explain everything in the book. Basically, you'll read it and you'll see, like, wow, that's what was going on, you know what I mean? And at the same time, you'll see that it's love, man. Even though I talk about real situations, what was happening, there was little dramas and all that, at the end of the day, you'll see that, you know, we was all just learning, you know what I mean?
And young.
Especially myself. We were young. We were learning still, and, you know, going through our little rebellious stage where we felt like we had to prove something. And now we was like, it's not even like that. And you'll see that in the book. I say that, you know what I mean? Where we need to put that in the past, because we too strong for this, and our music is too important for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good luck, my brother, and congratulations, man.
Hey, yo, Flex, good looking, man.
Love.